All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sooner or Later podcast. I'm your host, Joey, and for episode 143, we're talking Dungeons & Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. Dungeons & Dragons, Honor Among Thieves was directed by Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly, with a screenplay by Jonathan Goldstein, John Francis Daly, and Michael Giglio. The story is by Chris McKay and Michael Giglio, based on Dungeons & Dragons by Hasbro. Cinematography was Barry Peterson, edited by Dan Lebenthal. Oh my god, I don't know why that's so hard to read. I think I'm having a stroke. Music by Lauren Balfe. Production companies were Paramount Pictures and Entertainment One. Distributed by Paramount Pictures in the United States and Entertainment One in Canada and the United Kingdom. And a release date of March 10th, 2023 at South by Southwest and March 31st, 2023 in the wider United States. Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves has a runtime of 134 minutes and a budget of $150 million, which as of 4/2/2023, it has brought in a worldwide box office of $71.5 million, so it is on track, I think, to make money, because this is opening weekend. Honor Among Thieves holds a 90% on the tomato meter with 218 reviews and a 93% audience score with 1,000 plus verified ratings, a Metacritic score of 72 and a user score of 7.8, and a Reddit U-Poll score of 8.21 for the mean. But the only people whose opinion matters are ours, and you're about to get 10 minutes of spoiler-free starting now. Go ahead, kick it off, Eric.
This movie went way too hard for no goddamn reason, man.
Truly,
I
no
had so much
goddamn
fun.
reason.
Like, the whole time the theater was just laughing, cackling, Chris Pine doing Chris Pine stuff.
Can we agree he's the second best, Chris?
Who's the first?
What'd you
Okay,
just
yeah,
say
Evans.
to me?
Evans, yeah.
What'd you just say to me?
Who's the first?
It's gotta be Chris Evans, hands down. That man is the only Chris. Everybody else is just a fake knockoff, you know?
Look, I'm glad I saw this movie, and he's a force to be reckoned with. Because after seeing him in
Chris
Bye
Pine,
Bye
you mean?
Darling,
Okay.
yeah, Chris Pine. After seeing him
that?
Bye Bye Darling or whatever that movie was called.
Oh no,
like,
it's
all right.
Don't Worry, Darling, dude. I'm like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
the hell's a Bye Bye Darling?
I was like, okay.
Is he not good in Don't Worry, Darling?
It was just average.
Okay, so it's director thing then. That's the problem. Because
In this one, he's not average.
Do you know who John Francis Daly is?
No.
He's a huge nerd. He was on Freaks and Geeks. He's one of the geeks. And you know, they were, as the name suggests, fucking nerds. And I'm pretty sure he's like a huge Dungeons and Dragons person. And holy shit, it shows. This is the nerdiest movie I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
But I feel like it's not even like that nerdy, you know? It's like
I
just
think it
nerdy
depends.
enough.
Yeah. You know, it's not bogging you down with like any of the rules or anything like that. Like you're so in the world, and like I think it helps too. I mean, I've never really played Dungeons and Dragons, but it helps.
Yeah, me neither.
That the IP was free for a long time, so I recognize some of the names or some of the monsters and characters and stuff like that because they exist in other media. And it's like, oh, holy shit, I know what a gelatinous cube is. I've seen that before. I know what it does. Or even when they like name drop Baldur's Gate, I was like, I know people who play that game. They've been in that world. Which is super cool.
That was the Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, dude, that's what Baldur's Gate is based on Dungeons and Dragons.
I never knew that, man. I
oh,
thought I was
really?
like I thought it was just like a place, and I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I didn't know that was like where the game stemmed from.
Yeah. And it was
wow.
because Hasbro was so loose with their licensing that people could just make shit like that. And like, you know, you've been secretly in the Dungeons and Dragons world this whole time, you didn't even know. You're hacking, slashing, and looting, and you're like, I didn't even know. Meanwhile, this other group of people are also doing the same thing. But yeah, this whole movie is just great. All of it's really good. The acting is, dude. Let me just say, you saw this movie 2 weeks before me.
Yeah.
Michelle Rodriguez is a goddamn gem. She is so
Bro,
good.
She has no right.
Man, she's got no right. She goes from I'd argue she's just so mishandled in almost every other movie I've ever seen her in that this
in the
movie.
Fast and Furious movies,
Well,
terrible.
Yeah, terrible. Absolutely, everybody's terrible in those movies, though. You watch those movies because they're a train wreck. But like in this, she's super believable as the character, totally understandable. You can tell her intelligence stat is low as shit, like at the bottom of the barrel. It's really cool seeing these people, and like I didn't lose any of the actors in the character or whatever, but you could tell that they were in it. They were like, dude, I'm going all in because this is just silly as shit, and I'm gonna keep being silly the whole time.
I thought even her action sequences were pretty good too.
Oh yeah, she's always been like an action movie star though. She's never been like a drama person.
I'm trying to see what I've actually seen of hers that isn't Fast and the Furious.
I've seen Girl Fight or something like that, I think it's called.
Who was she in Alita Battle Angel? Oh, she's uncredited cameo.
I have no idea. Chris Pine, though, is charming as shit in this movie.
He's a little too charming, man.
But he's a bard. He's charismatic.
I know.
Oh.
I know.
Which is so cool because, like, all of those minute details that you don't think about unless you know something about the game, it's like, well, yeah, of course he's going to be charming. He's a bard. He's got to be charming to make all of his shit work. It's like, oh, man, they're so big brain. I love it. It's just really good, dude. I love it.
I can't find that movie you're talking about, by the way.
I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
Girl something?
I'll find it.
And then I even liked the side characters were good.
Which one in particular? Because I have some things to say that might have to wait until spoilers.
Oh boy, let me see what his name was.
Regé Jean Page.
Is that the knight?
Bro, how you gonna say I can't find the movie you're talking about? I look at Michelle Rodriguez's page for 1 second, bro, and it's her first acting credit, Eric.
Oh, I didn't even go up that far up.
It literally is.
I thought it was like 2000s, man. Come on.
It is.
I guess it is.
It's literally 2000s.
Late 2000s.
She's been either way. Tens. She's been playing action characters her whole career, basically. So it's nice to see her in a role where she's super warm and loving and motherly, and also could crush your skull with her fist. Because I feel like she doesn't get to do that often, No,
I was talking about Justin Smith as Simone Omar, the half-elf wild magic sorcerer.
So Justice Smith was the main character from Detective Pikachu. And then you also would have seen him during our Mom and Dad Plays series where we were playing The Quarry because he's Ryan, the stick in the mud.
No, I was like, how do I know this guy, man?
That's how you know that guy.
I was like, his face looks familiar, but I can't nail who that is.
Yeah, so it's him, but of course the face scan technology is all weird. But like playing that game and then going to see this movie, it's night and day. It's like, bro, the people directing that video game had no idea how to use this man because he's funny as shit. I like him a lot in this movie. He's super funny. You can tell that, like, he plays up the anxious, worried character really well, and it's not overbearing and annoying. I liked him a lot.
Him trying to go after the tiefling druid the whole time?
That is the girl from It. She's the... Yes, it is. Go look it up.
Oh, yeah. One of her pictures has a little red balloon in the back.
Instantly, yeah. Yeah, she is... that's her. And then Hugh Grant
Beverly Marsh
as the con man. Hugh Grant's a charming motherfucker too, man.
Yeah.
I tell you what, he mad charming.
I believed him the whole time, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, right up until the bitter end, I was like, he's a good man. No, don't take it away from him.
Don't sully his name.
Yeah, how dare you? All right, 2 minutes left. What more do we got to say? Writing was good. Comedy was good. The drama parts were good. I fell for Chris Pine.
I thought the CGI was good too.
Bro, that owl bear looked so good because I was worried. You see it in the trailers and you're like, oh, it's either going to be as good as that or it might be worse. It was
Nah,
so
dude, it wasn't
good.
no Dune, dude. It wasn't no Dune.
It definitely wasn't no in Dune and then face down. No, I think especially her transformations all looked really good because there was like a ton of motion there too, and it could have been real fucking bad. It could have looked real ugly, and they did a great
the
job.
baddies were good. The baddies were bad.
The Thanes or whatever they're called. The red.
Yeah, they were scary as shit. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Bro, this movie.
There was a jump scare. I was like, oh.
There's some serious horror elements in this movie, and I'm like, damn, bro, I'm kind of in a scary Dungeons and Dragons movie. Give me some of that. I'll take it. We'll talk about it more in spoilers.
But I think they pulled it off, man. They took the Dungeons and Dragons IP or whatever, and they're like, all right, let's make a movie. And they fucking did it
super well. It seems like they took the source material seriously, but not too serious. We're able to kind of, bring some levity to it. And we're going to talk about some more stuff in like 48 seconds in the spoiler section. But before then, let's give a thumbs up or a thumbs down on how we feel about Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves in 3, 2, 1. I'll give it 2 thumbs up also. I think it's pretty 2 thumbs up.
Man. 2 thumbs up.
Super fun. Go see this shit in IMAX. It's beautiful in IMAX.
Yeah.
The colors and the sound all pop. We're going to talk about a different movie in IMAX in an hour.
Chris funny as hell.
Oh, he's so funny. And his eyes are so blue in IMAX. Oh my God, they're so blue. But what you can do is not be blue because you won't be sad if you go ahead and smash that subscribe button. You cast a magic hand spell on the subscribe button, and then you press the notification bell so that you can see all of our reviews, including the spoiler full section by clicking that top button in the top right-hand corner. Other than that, though, go watch some more movies. We love you guys. Bye.
See you.
Okay, we're gonna turn that off. We're gonna put the spoil. Oh no!
Spoiling.
We're spoiling now. Big spoilers.
You did put
really
DnD in there. I just noticed the title.
Yeah.
You did put. Yeah.
I had to. It was too long. I was a bitch indeed.
So I thought they totally were like they put all the good bits in the trailer for all the jokes.
Mm-hmm.
They did not. They put the even better bits in the movie.
But the stuff they put in the trailer is still funny. I still got some good cackles out of the shit from the trailer.
Like during the whole like grave digging set, like where they dug all those graves. I thought like in the trailer it seemed like they only asked one dude and that was it. I did not expect them to literally ransack the whole goddamn graveyard.
Dig up all of Holga's kinfolk real quick. Yeah, that was really funny. Everybody kind of dogging on Simon is kind of funny throughout until he becomes a straight fucking badass towards the end.
Until he punches himself.
Bro, he knocked himself out. I was like, oh shit. And then he uses that cool like force move to kind of stop everybody. And I'm like, oh, this is so cool. Look at it.
He's always had in him. Dude, Chris Pine was right.
He was right. I mean, that's a good bard right there. What was I going to talk about though? How'd you feel about Forge, his character being a bad guy basically from the beginning?
Who's Forge again?
Forge is Hugh Grant's character, the dude the con artist who kind of left him there to die.
I mean, I didn't really care. I mean, like, it wasn't like a big surprise, I guess.
Because he's a con man.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I guess it was a little bit of a twist, like him being in on the whole thing. Since the very beginning, like you said.
Oh, okay. So yeah, finding out
him wanting for Edgin Darvis's character to be trapped initially.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
Chris Pine.
I have so many thoughts swirling through my head that I'm trying to get them all straightened out here. So how do you feel? And I was gonna ask this during the spoiler free. How do you feel about this being like the next big thing? Because like Marvel and superhero shit's dying. It's going downhill fast.
Okay.
Well, how do you feel about this being that next thing?
You're saying like fantasy?
Yeah, but it's like this kind of fantasy. Because it's not, this ain't no dark fantasy for the most part.
But you're not saying Dungeons and Dragons, right?
No, I think they're gonna make this into some Marvel shit.
I don't know about that, man. They should just keep it one and done.
There's
Maybe
no
two.
way, bro. Hold
Maybe
on.
2.
There's no way they're doing anything less than a trilogy. Absolutely not. I think if you think that they're only going to keep it to 2, you're insane.
All right, a Lord of the Rings situation. 6 or 9 or no, yeah, 6 films.
6 movies, even though Lord of the Rings made one movie's worth of information into 3, which is not great.
And then they took a novel, made it into 3 movies.
Yeah, we don't want that. That's bad.
But that's what I'm saying. I think once they reach 3, after that's gonna be downhill.
But like,
shit, even at 2.
Do you think so? What if it's the same people doing the whole? What if these 2 directors are like the Kevin Feige's of Dungeons and Dragons?
Jonathan
Like they got the whole shit.
Yeah. I mean, you said old boy's a nerd, so
he's a filthy nerd. Some real kick some sand in his face at the beach type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh. Oh, he's from Illinois, dude. Oh shit, he's lawless then.
He's straight lawless. He's driving on the wrong side of the road and everything.
Oh fuck. I
but
think because I enjoyed this movie a lot, right?
Mhm.
Like I think it's very special. And I guess if it does make money, because right now it's at half or a quarter, I guess, if you double the budget.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I don't want to see another one and then you just ruin it.
I mean, but that's how any sequel is, Like Dune 2 could be real bad. Speaking of Dune from earlier, it could be terrible.
Yeah.
But it could
like
not.
But why does it need to? Why can't it just be content with just one and done?
I think the reason that you could argue that you'd want to make another one is because there are stories in the lore that I'm sure like filthy sweaty nerds that have been hunched over their table rolling dice and moving figurines around. They're like, oh, I would really love to see this sorcerer slain by this dragonborn warrior. You know what I mean? Like, and like I think they did a great job in this first outing by going all in. We saw multiple dragon people, a mother cat woman cradling her baby cat person,
a Khajiit, yeah,
a bird person. Like, they showed us a lot. They went all in. They didn't just do some.
They showed us dwarfs or
hobbits. Dude, those were hobbits. Halflings, I think they're called in DnD though. But like they went all in, and I feel like
they showed us a little slice of everything.
I feel like most things don't do that. I mean, they just are like, no, we don't want to get too weird. It might scare the hoes, But they were like, fuck it. No, we're scaring all the hoes. If you don't want none, get the fuck out.
I mean, I think the title alone, people are gonna be like, oh, Dungeons and Dragons, that's boring. I'm not gonna go see this movie. So the people seeing the movie are the ones that fuck heavy with Dungeons and Dragons.
You think the name alone is gonna scare hoes? You think Dungeons and Dragons is
I think so, man.
But like, we're in the time of filthy nerds. You know what I'm saying?
I guess Stranger Things made it popular, so never mind.
Yeah, think about how many fucking normies. I'm talking people who are clean cut, got 9-to-5 desk jobs, don't live in their mom's basements, are like, oh, Dungeons and Dragons is cool because I saw Mike and fucking all the other nerds playing it. I think just
I'm right here.
I think just like the X-Men movies did, and then MCU did. Like, comic books are cool now. Nobody's gonna get bullied because they're reading comic books. You're gonna get bullied because you're doing push-ups, you fucking sweaty gorilla. So like, I don't even think it's like a scaring the host situation. But as I've been arguing this point, I read the box office part of Wikipedia, and they're reporting that Debut night, it debuted at 38.5 million, topping the box office, with 61% of the opening weekend audience being male and 63% were 18 to 34 years old. So confirms some of the hoes got scared away from the name.
Yeah, 100%. An older audience was like, nah, I'm okay not seeing this.
Yeah, nah. We used to bully kids in high school for them playing that the demonology shit. What's the cinema score was an A- on this, which is really good. Even though
I'm trying to think why Metacritic is in the 7s.
Yeah, I don't know, because that's an actual aggregator.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of there's not a ton of votes. I think that hurts it, right? So I'm looking here. There's like
They got 54 critics.
Yeah, and then 68 normies. So I mean, maybe the people who were really praising it on Rotten Tomatoes just decided not to show up on Metacritic.
The New York Times said, after a decade in development, the project that made it to the screen is noisy, pixelated, smash up, and zap that does manage to capture the spirit of play.
Pixelated?
What?
Where?
LA Times said, the film's affable nature and the sheer charisma oozing off Pine and Grant is intoxicating. But overall, there's a sense that it doesn't quite get the engine revving, but never hitting the speed of which it seems capable.
That's wild, bro. I'm looking at the lowest rated one on Metacritic here. Every element other than Mr. Grant. Who the fuck? Hugh Grant, dog. Why you calling him Mr. Grant? Fucking the Wall Street Journal. Oh man, these whack ass liberal ass motherfuckers. I tell you what. The flat characters, the dull acting, the rusted battle axe dialogue, and above all, the action scenes, which are frenzied, chaotic, and meaningless and vapid, overflowing with CGI that is no more awe-inspiring than the average TV commercial about lizards selling auto insurance.
Oh, hell no, dude. He had a bad day, dude.
Yeah, dude. His wife filed for divorce or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully you get a better day. It's all right.
Yeah, but he's gonna see some fucking artsy fartsy movie and be like, "Oh, this is cinema."
Meanwhile, you got The Atlantic. The action in Honor Among Thieves is well choreographed. Anyone who enjoyed Goldstein and Daly's last cinematic directorial effort, the comedy thrill Game Night, knows that they approach spatial geography with more care than do many blockbuster filmmakers. But I was really kicking my feet with glee during the film's flights of storytelling fancy. Oh, and then the review cuts off.
So, have you seen Game Night?
I don't think so,
bro. We're gonna have to review it.
Goldstein's.
This is both. That was both of their first movies that they directed, I think.
Oh,
Game Night is fire.
It has Jason Bateman in it. I'm in.
Dude, it's so good. He's not even the best part. Let me tell you. There are other. It's got a Meth Damon in it. I forgot his name. That's the only thing I know him by. It's the dude from Breaking Bad who looks like Matt Damon on meth. Meth Damon. What the hell's his name? He's married to old girl from Power of the Dog. Power of the Dog's husband. Kirsten Dunst.
I know that movie.
Kirsten Dunst. You watched it.
Oh, Jesse Plemons.
Yeah. He's Meth Damon. Look at him. Just look at him and be,
bro,
yeah, that's Meth Damon.
Don't do Meth Damon like that.
Look at him next to Matt Damon. And then, the fact that he was in Breaking Bad. And you'll be like, oh my God, that's Meth Damon.
Wait a minute. Holy shit, I see it now.
Yeah.
His 2007 photo is more reminiscent of
yeah,
Matt
not
Damon.
his later ones, because he with the facial hair, he doesn't look as Meth Damon-y.
Yeah.
But Game Night's fantastic. I think we should watch it to review it. But
so this movie, it was gonna be good no matter what.
Yeah, because those two dudes are great directors, apparently. John Francis Daly's a fantastic actor also. But so he directed Vacation, which was the Ed Helms movie. I don't think I saw that one. Dude wrote on Spider-Man Homecoming. He
Alright,
produced Stuber, and then
I enjoyed that movie.
And then did some other things. Wait, where is? Oh, okay.
He wrote some
and
of the
directed.
story of the Flash.
I guess so. I was seeing him tied to it, but I didn't know what he did. And then he's been like acting on TV forever, since like '99. So like he knows how to do shit. I've never heard of the other guy though, but clearly he can direct the shit out of a movie because he wrangled everybody together and made a great one here. I need to watch multiple videos about all the things that I missed in this movie because I guarantee,
like you said,
I
the
missed
shit's
a lot.
packed.
Yeah, it's got to be dense as hell. I've been seeing like a couple different videos pop up where it's like every single reference you missed in Dungeons and Dragons. And it was like, dude, I can't watch this without seeing the movie. I'm gonna feel like such an idiot. So I have homework to do after this. Like, I want to know if the other two sets of parties were references to anything. Because they had to be, right? You know who I'm talking about? When they're in the
like
maze.
the random people in the maze.
Yeah. They got to be a reference to something.
I thought when they got to that section, I thought they were gonna do a total D&D or like, oh, we can only move this many paces with our dice. But then it was better that they didn't do that.
Yeah, I think if they would have outwardly expressed any of the gameplay functions of Dungeons and Dragons, this movie would have been terrible. It would have been so bad. But there are things throughout the movie where you're like, oh, I could see how they would play that out. Like, I can understand how this would work in the game. Or, like, from a storytelling standpoint, like, I understand why these characters are all acting that way. And, like, I was putting together little character sheets in my head of, like, all the characters and being like, oh, this person's this and this and this and this. And I was like, oh, man, this would be so much fun. I wish I had somebody to fucking DM a game for me.
Yeah, I wish we had a knowledgeable person that knew everything.
Yeah, that's the problem, too, though, right?
To spoon feed us.
Yeah. Though I guess it all depends on how easy the person wants to make it, you know? Because it could be real easy. I've listened to
but
some...
then it's like too easy, right?
No, but then you just increase the... Then you just increase the difficulty, you know, by making more things like rolls or whatever. But, you know, I'll never get that. I'll just be sad. Or I'll have to fucking put the Thanos gauntlet on and do it my fucking self. But that's not gonna happen. Alright, what else? What else we got? Is this gonna be a short one because we just like the movie and we're not bitching about
we just like it too much.
Yeah. How'd you feel about Bradley Cooper's role as Holga's
I was
ex-husband?
dying laughing, man.
Dude, it's just so funny.
It looks so off-canny, but I mean, what can you do? He's a little hobbit.
Well, yeah, right? So, like, I feel like this is textbook, like, these are textbook reasons why some things you shouldn't CGI. Like, when you're CGIing somebody smaller or bigger, it's just hard to make it look good. If they would have done some Lord of the Rings shit, and just did camera angles, it would have been different. But yeah, even though it looked weird, it was so funny.
How do you get a woman like Michelle Rodriguez, though, you know?
Dude, his arm is like as big as a normal man's, you know. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know. I don't think it is.
Are barbarians that much bigger than normal sized people? I don't know.
They got a 1.25 scale factor on them, probably.
Dude, you're saying that and I want to believe it, but I can't fucking believe you. I don't know. Fuck. All right, I'm gonna just look it up. How much bigger is a barbarian than a halfling? But you know, there's
Let's
things...
just do human.
Nah, bro. Come on. Oh, you can build a halfling barbarian. That's kind of dope. But you know, there's things you could do. He had that magic staff. He could have done some work with it.
Yeah. He just had it into some random ass corner.
Yeah.
Oh shit! This is a portal gun.
Yeah. I wish somebody would fucking said something to me about it. What else? What else do we got? We'll talk about things we didn't.
I love the whole Chris Pine hologram.
Oh,
shit,
dude,
I think that's the funniest part of the whole movie.
that got
When I saw it in theaters.
It got so many laughs in theaters. Everybody was dying in theaters, and when
And they didn't even show that shit in the trailer, dude. See, that's like one of those parts that.
Go ahead. Oh, you're drinking. All right.
Yeah, one of those parts that they just for us.
Could you imagine though if they would have shown it? It'd have been terrible. It would have been so weird and so out of place.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it would have just been like, why is his face melting? What the hell's happening here?
Is he dying? What's going on?
Yeah, shit, I didn't come here to watch this man die. But yeah, it's that scene got so many laughs. So many people were just like cackling, and then one person was audibly like, "Oh, what the fuck is happening?" And then like you see his foot gets stuck or whatever, and then old boy's head just morphs into the body. Oh, that is where the CGI looked fantastic. I didn't know if they were just melting old boy. You know,
they had to.
I thought they were actively killing Chris Pine. For spitting on Harry Styles or whatever.
And then I loved like the Mission Impossible sequence where they had to get the painting inside the wagon.
Oh, I know.
And like the whole like hiding it, and then like, oh no, it fucking flipped on its body. Like,
who the fuck would put this face down? Yeah, what chimpanzee would do this? Which is cool. Because then it also elicited the feeling of like, oh man, could you imagine if a DM like just happened to be like, oh, and actually your picture's falling face forward. What are you gonna do now?
Yeah.
And then you're like trying to change everything up on the fly. Like it all little things like that where it's like where the storytelling is like, oh wow, what's the chances that would happen? You know, you could just explain it. Like, well, there's some sweaty dude with a neckbeard behind some placards, and he's like, devising a plan to make these people's lives harder. Man, I'm gonna shit all over them. And then the whole
the vault's not the vault. That legitimate surprised me,
dude. That was a good misdirect, cause they got in. So
I was like, they're in. They're easy.
And then that was it. And then they got sucked up by some hentai tentacles, which was like, oh, what the fuck's happening here? So wait, who is the big bad? So it's not.
I want to say not Kirsten Dunst.
No, not Daisy Head Sophina. Because
I fucked up.
She's a red wizard of Thay. But like, who's the Thay? You know?
Oh wait.
What?
I thought Daisy Head is.
No, because she's like an underling, you know?
Oh.
Because she got the Vecna looking ass boy over there who was all like, he's sitting in the shadows and shit.
Yeah, Vecna.
No, that's not his name. Who is that? Didn't they give us a name? I legit just can't remember.
Thay, dude, I think.
No, his name's not Thay. They're from the city of Thay. See, this is our problem. We don't have a DM here to be like, oh,
yeah, we don't know the lore.
Actually,
I'm just gonna go. Where are red wizards from?
No, you would put the Red Wizard of Thay is where you put it. We won't worry about it. But like stuff like that makes me think that they are
led by Zaz Tam.
There you go, Zaz Tam. They name dropped that dude hard as shit.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah, real hard.
I can't remember.
Because when Regé Jean Page's character is telling them about what happened, that's when he name drops him. Because he is a Thay, isn't he?
Yeah, he got a little bit of that Thay in him.
He got that. He does have that Thay dog in him for sure.
He's got the little tattoo.
Oh, so he's Zek Yandar, who's a paladin who narrowly escaped Lich Zaz Tam's rise to power in Thay,
there you go.
And as a result, ages more slowly than a normal human. Oh, so he's a lich.
Look damn good too.
He's an undead witch or whatever the fuck liches are. And Thay is a fictional continent and the primary setting for Dungeons and Dragons world of Forgotten Realms.
Wow.
Which is a campaign set in the most recent 5th edition. I know all those words and they all make sense to me. Oh, I liked how, Zek Yendar or whatever is like seen as like a character. He's not like a part of the main party, but he's like a character that like a DM would play or whatever. And he just shows up,
Yeah,
helps out, and then he's gone. He's like, all right, I'm done. See you guys later. I helped out.
he's just a NPC basically.
Yeah, which is cool because he's OP as shit.
Yeah, he's a little busted.
When he was fighting no boy Dralis, that shit was hot. You had glowy sword versus flaming sword. I'm all about it.
Shit.
What else do we got? I don't know if we got anything.
Fat Dragon?
Fat Dragon was hilarious. I loved Fat Dragon.
Yeah.
Everybody got a good
Makes
chuckle out of him.
sense.
It was cool
Just
seeing.
dormant the whole time.
Yeah, just hanging out. It was cool seeing Chris Pine's character kind of figured out a way to create a bomb. Somehow they lived. I don't know that water would have worked like that. I think they
It's
all
salt
rolled a
water, dude.
net.
Come on.
Oh, is it soul water?
Salt water.
Oh, salt water. What the fuck does that matter?
I don't know, man.
Because
He said it though.
He asked that, and I was like, "Why?
Huh?
Is fresh water gonna ignite under the flames
Yeah,
and salt
man.
water doesn't?" Ah, shit! I should have thought about that. Clearly, he's a chemist, and I'm not though.
He's the plan guy.
Do we think that Darvis's daughter is gonna do something cool in the next movie? Because they're making 6 of them.
Bro, if they make a next movie,
All of these actors are gonna be back in it. All of these characters are gonna be back. You're crazy if you think
Chris
they're
Pines
not.
gonna be like, nah.
No way. What's he gonna do? Don't worry, darling. Too. He's not. He's not gonna do that. Nah, you're crazy. Oh, I haven't been recording vertically this whole time. Oh, Eric.
Michelle Rodriguez gonna be like, nah.
What is she
I
gonna
got
do?
Fast 12 to do.
No, I thought Fast 11's the last one. It's besides the point. She deserves to do better movies than the Fast movies.
Justice Smith's gonna get canceled. I don't know.
Don't you put that evil on him, Ricky Bobby. Don't. He's a good, young Christian
He's
boy.
a good lad.
I actually don't know what he is. Where is he?
He's 27 years old.
Dude, his picture on Wikipedia is fucked up.
Yeah, it's like a high school picture or something.
I don't know why.
At a party.
Yeah. He's litty. Look at those eyes, dude. Oh, man, it's grainy. Open it. It's the blurriest picture on the planet.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
It's so bad. I love it. Fuck it up. All right,
I ain't
man.
got nothing else, man. This movie was just too good.
Yeah.
It blew my socks off. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm going to spoil it. This is one of those movies where I'm like, I can't wait to get the Steelbook, dude. This Steelbook's going to be hot.
Like, this is the week where we saw The Whale, and that's why I was like, brother, we reviewed the wrong movie.
No, I don't
this
think
compared
so.
to The Whale,
You're crazy. I don't think
this
so.
one was super fun, and then I got super fucking sad.
Yeah, but we did a full hour on The Whale.
I mean, yeah.
That means that movie was worth talking about, you know? And I'll have you know, 2 people have reached out to me and been like, you know what? I listened to your guys' entire review of The Whale. I guarantee nobody's going to be like, man, your guys' review of Dungeons and Dragons. But half of the people who told me that were like, I watched your review because I couldn't bring myself to watch the movie.
Oh, wow.
And this is a movie that I feel like is so easily watchable. It's a quick 6-7 watch, you know?
Super accessible. You don't need to know anything about Dungeons and Dragons, really.
You really don't. It might actually hurt you to know something about Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, because one of my coworkers, he's heavy into Dungeons and Dragons. I'm curious if he sees this movie. I'm curious to see what he thinks, because he'll probably be like one of those nerds that are like, oh, it actually sucked.
Yeah, I don't like the way they portrayed the Red Wizards of Say. Yeah, you're gonna have to find out and then report back so we can put his review.
I will.
You're gonna have to record him, and then I'll listen to the recording and I'll say everything he's saying. That way he doesn't get doxxed or whatever, you know.
All right.
And then we can
We'll
have
just AI
talking
it.
about it. Yeah,
It's
that's
a
what
new
we'll
rage.
do. We'll feed it into Chat GPT. We'll be like, listen to this and write everything out, and then yeah,
Mhm.
that's what we'll do. All right. What was your favorite part of Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves?
The little lip bite that Michelle Rodriguez did at the end.
Bro, I'm so glad you said that because that happened and I was dying. The halfling, there's a halfling that gives her an award and she looks down at him and it's the least sexy lip bite on the planet. It's so funny.
That's her new hubby, dude.
I know, I understand, but what I'm saying is like, it's just the most awkward lip bite I think I've ever seen.
It is pretty awkward.
But it's so funny because she picked that man up and used him.
She's in character, dude.
No, I know. I get it. Look,
a brute's not gonna know how to lip bite.
No, yeah. I mean, her charisma's terrible. 100%. It's bad. That's why it's so funny. Because that man doesn't know what he's getting himself into. Because she's gonna use him and abuse him, and it's so funny. I think my favorite part's Melty Crispine. That shit was so funny.
It's a good part.
And it was so out of nowhere because they could have just been like, no, he's not Melty. We're just going to use the prestidigitation and run away and be done with it. And instead they were like, this is a good joke. We got to throw this joke in here. Everybody's going to love this shit. And they were right. I love that shit. It was a good joke. What is your least favorite part of D&D Honor Among Thieves?
Not one dice was rolled.
Not a single dice was rolled. You're so right. Yeah, that's kind of fucking trash. They could have rolled a dice for something, right?
Yeah, just something.
Too bad. Maybe we'll get it in 2 or 5 when it's really bad.
I swear to God. You're trying to will this second one into existence.
I'm not willing nothing. It's gonna make a ton of money or it's gonna make no money. And if it makes a ton of money, you're getting 2 sequels, Eric. There's no question about it, you're getting 2 sequels. Right. My least favorite part is the way the daughter didn't have anything to do. Her dad took away all of her urgency as a person. And
she was like, also the
here.
daughter in 65.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Where else have I seen her in?
She's getting typecast as a daughter.
Oh, no. Not typecast as a daughter. Has she been in anything else? My Spy, Timmy, Failure, Mistakes Were Made, Gunpowder Milkshake, Marry. Oh, she was the daughter from Marry Me? Chloe Coleman. Maybe? Am I looking at the wrong one?
Being typecast.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Avatar: The Way of Water.
Oh, was she one of the fish people? She had to have been.
Yeah, yeah, she had to have been.
No, she's the youngest Sully. Jake Sully.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Bro, I'm so confused. I don't understand.
Bro, I don't know. I don't know what that means. Young Lok Sully and then Tesukud Tadlan.
Oh shit. Kukul Khan. Shut up, dude. Come on. Chill out. Relax. That was a bad joke. You shouldn't be laughing at it. You're a bad person for laughing at it, actually.
Yeah, that was fun, man. Come
on. Yeah, I just wish, she had a cool amulet, and for what?
It was invisible, I guess.
Yeah,
she's part of the big plan at the end.
Yeah, that was cool. But, she didn't really do much else. She got that whole ass thing, and she just stayed in the castle. She's like, yeah, I'm not going to leave. I could just leave whenever the fuck I want.
Stood in the corner probably. Yeah. Waited it out.
But yeah, other than that, real good movie. Cinema Score questions. Would we rent it? No.
Nah.
Would we buy this movie physically? Yeah.
I mean, I gotta wait for the 3, I guess. The 3-pack.
Yeah, you gotta wait for the trilogy. The Thieves trilogy is what they're gonna call it. Or it's gonna be the Honor trilogy. Oh, bro, it could. Oh man,
dude, get out of here.
It could be a quadrilogy, and it's three different guilds, right? So it's like this Thieves Guild or whatever, and then 2 other ones, and then the 4th movie is like the Avengers of all the honors. Oh man.
You better email fucking John C. Daly or whatever.
This right here is copyrighted, so if they want this story, they're gonna have to take it from my cold dead hands. Would we buy it digitally? No.
Nah.
Would you buy it in the $5 bin at Best Buy, Walmart, FYE, or Vudu?
It's a steal for $5.
For $5, it is a steal, unless Like something comes out about Hugh Grant and he gets canceled.
Even then, dude, I don't give a
He's not in the movie much, so he's okay.
Yeah.
He's got 5 minutes of screen time. Would we put this on in the background while people are over? Yes.
Yeah.
This is too good of a background movie. I think if you're trying to make people watch this, get a fucking life, you sweaty nerd. You don't have to force people to pay attention to it.
Come on.
You're not gonna sit someone down though and be like, dude, don't talk. It's your first time watching it. You know? I think like you could talk throughout this movie and not miss anything. You know, you'd still be able to follow it.
Yeah.
Would you watch this again? Absolutely.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
I can't wait to show my kids this. And then they're going to be like, I want to be an owl bear for fucking Halloween or whatever. And I'll be like, shut up. You didn't like the bike I gave you. And we both recommended it. We gave it 4 thumbs up. So that means that I got to vamp until I can get to, until I can get to the ratings. Vamp, Eric, vamp.
Chris Pines, he was wonderful. He was lovely.
He's
Can't
so
wait to
warm.
see the next movie he's in.
Dude, the scene where he's like under the blankets or whatever, and his wife is like, if you love me, let me go. Oh, man, it's so fucking sad. Like, damn, bro. And then Letty gets stabbed.
Letty?
That took you forever? Dude, she got stabbed.
I was reading I was gonna say discography, his filmography.
She got stabbed, and I was like, damn, bro, this little girl never gonna meet her mom. And then she goes, man, fuck my mom. I gotta save Letty. If we let her die, Dom's gonna be pissed. We can't let it happen. All right, so what are you giving it, Eric? What are you giving D&D Honor Among Thieves?
I am giving D&D 9 out of 10 Red Wizard knives. Unhealable wounds.
Unhealable. I think old boy could have healed it. I think Chris Pine has taught him enough. You know, he was like, hey, bro, you could do anything you put your little wizard mind to. And then all of a sudden, he just let him go, hey, man, I can't fix that. And he wasn't like, oh, come on,
dude,
bro, you can't even fucking try.
It's one of those rules you can't break, man. Come on.
Bullshit. You could bring somebody back to life, but you can't heal from a stab wound? I'm calling bullshit.
It's one of those rules. If they would have changed that lore, the whole D&D community would have been up in arms.
Dude, they're going to be pissed because they're going to be like, actually, a woman barbarian wouldn't be able to do anything but menstruate. You know? So, like, I don't want to fucking hear from those guys. Yeah, I'm trying to make enemies. I want them to be angry commenting on this video, dude. So I was thinking about it towards the end of the movie because I really like it, but it's not a 10. You know, I think to give this movie a 10, it would have to be better than this. Even though it's not bad.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, but it's not, like you said, it's not bad.
No, it's so far from bad, it's ridiculous, but that doesn't mean it's perfect. And I was really debating, do I want to give it a 9? Do I want to give it a 9.5? Do I want to give it an 8.5? Because 8.5 is pretty reasonable. Even an 8's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Like, did I like Banshees of Inisherin better than this movie? Because I gave that an 8.5. But I only gave The Fablemans an 8. That movie was a lot of fun, too.
Damn.
That was a good movie. I only gave that an 8. I think I gave All Quiet on the Western Front too high of a score. I gave that a 7. But, like, Scream 6 is a 10. Oh, man, what do I give this? Did I like this movie better than The Whale is the better question. I don't think so.
Give it the 8.5, dude. You can adjust in 50 episodes.
I can adjust in 150 episodes. You're right. All right, I'm giving it 8.5 critical failures out of 10. Critical successes? No, it'd be a
nat 1.
Yeah. there was 1.5 worth of nat 1s in this movie, I guess, to bring it down. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in on twitch.tv/SoonerLaterTV or youtube.com/@SoonerLaterTV for our review of Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. Oh man, how does this spiel go? If you couldn't catch us live on Sundays at 7 p.m., don't worry. You can catch us anywhere else on all podcasting platforms and on YouTube. Look up Sooner or Later TV. We post our reviews on Wednesday afternoons by noon, so you can watch it at lunch. That's noon Eastern. So, everybody's going to have it. If you're eating a 9 a.m. lunch because you're clocking in at 5 a.m., I got you, fam. We're out here for you guys. So, go ahead, click that subscribe button like I said earlier. Put a magic spell or whatever nerd shit on the notification bell so it always hits you with it. And tune in a few minutes or next week for our review of John Wick 4. We love you guys. Bye.
See you.